Hello class, we're here to present simple memory buffer overflow. My name is Ola Balogun and my colleague's name is Samuel Bennett. So what is buffer overflow? A buffer overflow condition exists when a program attempts to write more data in a buffer that it can hold, or when a program attempts to put data in a memory area past a buffer. In this case, a buffer is a sequential section of a memory allocated to contain anything from a character string to an array of integers. Writing outside the bounds of a block of allocated memory can corrupt data, crash the program, or cause execution of malicious code in the memory. And this usually happens because critical registers such as EIP has been overwritten. So what is EIP? Having mentioned that, the register that points to the instruction that is going to be executed next is referred to as the EIP. So the job of this exploit is to tailor a string to be sent to a program to override EIP with the required exact values, making the program to jump a location that we control so we can execute our shell code. This presentation will detail how to find a simple overflow, gather the information needed to successfully exploit it, and how to get a reverse shell against the program. So for this presentation, we'll be using a Windows XP Satisfactory virtual machine as victim, a Kali Linux virtual machine as the attacker, only debugger version 1.10 on Windows XP, and PCMan's FTP server 2.0.7 as the exploit. So this is basic explanation of buffer overflow. So typically this is what a memory looks like, right? And this is a user buffer. This is where the memory allocated for a user is. Our EIP is somewhere here in the whole memory. So in case there's an attacker that attacks, the attacker will override the user buffer, overwrite everything, and make sure it overrides the EIP and cause some confusion for the EIP. Remember, we said the EIP is the register that points to the instruction that is going to be executed next. So when the attacker overrides the EIP, there will be a confusion. So this is the attacker input gradually overwriting the whole buffer, and it will continue to overwrite until it overrides the EIP. So incorrectly, this is the attacker, the input from the attacker. It overrides the whole buffer, the whole content of the memory here, and overwriting the EIP, exceeding the EIP, making the EIP to jump. Because there's a confusion for the EIP because of unnecessary attack, it makes the EIP to jump. So this is the whole scenario here. This is the attacker. Once it overrides the EIP, it makes the EIP to jump to the attacker's shell code. Okay, so how do we find buffer overflow? The procedure we are using is called fuzzing. What is fuzzing? Fuzzing is a software testing technique used to discover coding errors and security loopholes in software, operating systems, or networks by inputting massive amounts of random data, or called fuzz, to the system in an attempt to make it crash. That's what's referred to as fuzzing. And at this point, we load up PCMan's FTP server. That's the software that we're using. This software contains some vulnerability on the Windows XP machine. So I will quickly load this for us to see. So this is our Windows XP virtual machine coming up.